It is a joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey. Move out my way.
No way we could ever support this guy to be in such an important role. And so if it takes speaking at a Democratic convention to beat him, to get my party back, to get my country back, then so be it. That's what I'm willing to do.
Hello, JPU. Welcome to another episode. Guys, I am so tired, but I said let me come over here, come reason with you all a little bit before I go to bed. So what is up? Happy Sabbath to everybody who celebrates and keeps the Sabbath. The Sabbath is over now, so we can talk. Yeah, man, make we have a look at talk real quick. It's been a while since I've had a live chat with you guys. So let us talk about New York, guys. That's what I come here about. What the heck happened in New York? What happened in New York? It seemed like nobody showed up. Nobody showed up at this protest that, remember, I've been following this thing here to see where it's going. And you know, they had the people gathered up there in DC and all them something, and Mr. Vegas was there with some other Jamaicans, you know, saying brand Jamaica, and you know, if we have domestic problems, deal with it at home, but don't try to disgrace our country in the diaspora when, you know, every country has domestic issues. So that was the thing. And you know, these guys came back with the protest again August 30th, which was yesterday. And when me look, me not really see nobody. It look like say the people them not really come out. The people them not really come out. But as I've told you guys here before, there was a deep divide where the organizers or the leaders, I don't know who the leader is, but in a video I'm going to show you, I heard one man referring to the gentleman what named Rattigan as fearless leader. So I don't know if oh God, I can't take this call right now. I don't know if sorry guys, hold on. Let me just tell this person I'll call him back. Yes, so I don't know if who is the leader. I don't really know. But guys, nobody not really show up at the protest. Nobody not really show up at the protest. This is crazy, you know. But let me just play a little clip for you guys, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Good night, moderator. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you all so much.
Even though we're small in size, we're vocal. We're vocal. Time, our fearless leader, Mr. Wilfred Rattigan, everybody. We even developed a lawsuit against the Prime Minister. And for reasons best left unknown, that lawsuit was not filed. We're going to dust it off. And there may be reason for us to file it. So we're going to come back to you for funding, right? Of course, because we're above board, we're beyond reproach.
Yeah, guys. So if you look there, you don't really see the amount of people that was there before. So it's possible that the disunity or whatever you want to call it that happened within had something to do with it. Because I didn't see some of the guys who were there and out front before, like this gentleman here, he was not present, you know. So it looked like say mash up, you know. But it's kind of interesting that with the protest that was done there in Washington, D.C., just a few days ago, want to see what happened with the finance minister of Jamaica, Nigel Clarke. Want to think about that, guys? Yes. I was looking at that and I said, but wait there. You go to Washington, D.C. to stage a protest about issues in Jamaica that you deem, whatever. And then this unprecedented, this, appointment to the IMF by the IMF chief of the finance minister. And I don't know if you guys heard, but this glowing recommendation by the IMF chief, how she talks about Nigel Clarke's resume, his experience, his education, and how he will contribute to the team of people who leads the IMF, including the deputies. And, it's a diverse group of people. You have a woman there from Liberia. You have a gentleman there from China. The IMF chief herself is from, I forgot the name of that country in Europe. I forgot the name. Somebody type it in the comment for me, please. But it's a diverse group of people. So Nigel would have been the first person from the Caribbean, So that's good. But it's ironic that with all of that protesting what go on at Washington, D.C., Washington, D.C. is the capital of everything. And I'm sure, people within the political circles of America, they must have seen that. You know what I mean? And the headquarters for the IMF is up there in D.C. And comes disappointment now. May I say, but wait, then how effective was that protest? You know what I mean? Boy, I mean, I know. But when you hear the gentleman say, yeah, me I do that. How me I do? Me don't know if me can do it while me depend this. Me don't know if me can do it, moderator. Me I try. Me I try. Monica, yes, we're negative when we need to be negative. If that bothers you, you don't have to listen over here. You really don't have to listen. Why hurt up your head? Don't do that to yourself. Because we're not going to stop doing what we do, which is talk. And talk what makes sense. Good night. I watched Jamaica 4-1 and she showed a reel of the gathering. But I was looking for a crowd. One man had to be holding 2 placards. Yes, it's scanty. I was surprised, but not too surprised, because the recent split between the men and all them come disgrace each other, and the argument about money in a paper bag and brown paper bag. And you heard the gentleman said that him going to ask them for more money because they want to bring more lawsuits against the government. So the people them will donate their money and basically I say, stand by. Stand back and stand by with no money. Lord Jesus, me frightened. Me get the clip, me I say, I protest this, but this look different from what we did see before. Very different. And he even said, it's a small group away. But what may I say, guys, anybody who live in America, they know that the biggest Jamaican diaspora is in New York. Wanna agree with that? Good night, Miss Sonia. Thank you for joining. The biggest Jamaican population in America is in New York. And if you can keep up demonstration in New York and get a major turnout, then something is wrong. Something is wrong. Guys, please hit up the like button for me, please, and thanks. Jamaica has the biggest diaspora in New York. The amount of people when me see in the video where they send come give me, I don't know what heap of people that, I'm look here.
Even though we're small in size, we're vocal. We're vocal. Time, our fearless leader, Mr. Wilfred.
Even though we're small in size, and I mean talk so you know. Even though we're small in size, an acknowledgement and recognition of a protest that basically had a no-show. You know, I would say that's a no-show in New York City. When you're talking about New York City, especially when the weather is nice, guys, when it's not too cold to be outside, you're supposed to have a nice look of showing, man. Supposed to have a nice look of showing. But you know what? You see, maybe if these protesters had taken their protest to Jamaica and, you know, get some people down there to support them and to stand with them. I heard a clip, somebody sent me a clip of um them interviewing this lady. And the lady I say, you can't protest in a Jamaica because people will unalive you. Not people. She's insinuating that the government of Jamaica would hurt people for protesting. And that is so false. That is false. We have seen protests in Jamaica since this government come in. So that's not true. And then when she was asked who should come in and lead, she said Mark Golding. That means say people them we know the assignment of the people them who are staging thing. Because one of the questions that these people must come out and answer is if they are against the government, which they have a right to be, if they so choose, if they are against the government, are they trying to say, are they trying to insinuate that these guys are better? Are they trying to say that these guys are better? Because if that them a try say, as some know nobody not take them serious. Like seriously. They need to come out and identify a leader for Jamaica. That's what they need to do. Because you can't tell the man who is there saying for go on and you know have somebody where you think they could have come out, come do what is right by the people. No hide on a leader, no hide on a hand. When you come out, come talk who no want to be on a leader because I can't them people here. It cannot be these people. Allow me to tell guys. What them I do? Me not understand. Me not understand. If you are going to come another thing too, me not understand why them people here kill up themselves. Because here what the thing now. You see these guys? Good night, Nigel. Thank you so much. Guys, if you're not subscribed to the other channel, come over there. Because over there is very festive. Over there nice and festive and comfortable. Anyway, me don't know why these handful of protesters are killing up themselves. Because here what the thing. You see these guys? They were willing to sabotage their leader, to let Andrew Holness stay there. That's their plan. They said they're going to mash down the party and build it back in 5 years. So they were okay with Andrew Holness being there for another 5 years. So what they need to do is stop going around with backdoor thing because it's obvious. Say the couple of the protesters them and them people they attack because me hear one of the man them will fall out, come talk it. Say they made that talk to Bunting. Right? So here what now? Let me play one voice note for you guys. If you're over the next channel, you hear it already. But if you don't over there, you don't hear it. Let me just play this voice note by former PNP Senator, former National Security Minister, KD Knight. Yes. Oh, wait there. Hold on. Sit here. Sit here. And this is to the point that I'm making that They need to leave Andrew Holness, let him lead, because that's what they wanted. These guys. So me don't know what the protesters them a kill out themselves for. Them are people who never want Andrew Holness to leave. They wanted him to stay. And he's staying and he's doing a good job. Yes, he's doing a good job, better than his first term. I didn't like Andrew Holness's first term. I think he really started working in his second term. Listen to what KD Knight said, guys. This leak out. See it here. Well, I'm going to turn up this.
Well, they look like I didn't.
Hold on, they're not eat that. Wait there. Oh, wait them. Oh, see it here. See it here.
Canon, I will be tell you, Frank. See the 2020 election, apart from COVID, PNP sabotaged PNP in order to sabotage Peter Phillips. I heard with my 2 years from a high-ranking PNP that the only party leader who will never become prime minister is Peter Phillips. And that came out of the events of 2019. PNP sabotaged PNP in order to sabotage Peter Phillips. When I asked for the identification, you see, if we know we can act single, idiot, you have to face reality. You have to face reality. That was a major part of the loss in 2020. So we have to remedy that. There are still some people today saying that Mark Golden must never become Prime Minister of Jamaica. These realities must be faced. I can send you a video.
Yeah, guys. So, yeah, KD Knight said PNP sabotage PNP. They did. These guys, they're looking at here, them sabotage them leader and them party because they said the man not to win. Andrew Holness must stay there. So if they did that, where the protesters them a kill up themselves for? That Frank kill up on himself. The man them and the Angela and so forth and them kind of people that they wanted Andrew Holness to stay there. So what? Through they wrestle the party from their leader. And true, then get impatient now. And true, Andrew wants to do good now. And then I want the man getting flowers. He must move now. Something can go so. What can go so? What can go so? And I'm talk it, you know. A KD Knight just talk it. Crab in a barrel. PNP sabotage PNP. These guys wanted Andrew Holness to stay there one more term. They did. That is no lie. It is no make-up story. They wanted Andrew Holness to stay there one more term. They did. They certainly didn't want the PNP there. Otherwise, they would not have sabotaged themselves. Some of them intentionally lost their seats because they said PNP must get a wipeout because Peter Phillips must not win because he beat them in the internal election. So you can't be like a 2-year-old now kicking and screaming, wanting Andrew to go now. No. When wanted the man to do him next term, so make him do him term. Make him do him term. That's what they wanted. And him is doing him term. So I don't know where they're running up and down far and this and that. That don't make sense. They need to learn some patience. Learn some patience. Them get impatient. They want Peter Phillips. You KD Knight just talk it. I chew the man talk. That is the truth. And the WhatsApp leak is there to prove it. When they call it Rise United Strategy Group, it's there to prove it. So I don't understand why, they're coercing people and encouraging people to protest against the government and, joining up with people, make it seem like, boy, let me tell you something. You see, if the diaspora did really and truly have a problem with Jamaica, if a diaspora did really and truly have a problem with the government, the whole of we run out on them. The whole of we run out on them. We see more people come out of New York. We see people over England in it. We see people all over coming out talking. We don't go down at the CNN headquarters. We don't go down at the ABC headquarters. Right in a Times Square, there's a man where them did there. A whole heap of mainstream news people are there, and nobody's covering. I've never seen any foreign media publishing these guys to say, something is happening with Jamaica. No. Instead, the IMF appointed Dr. Nigel Clarke. That's it. And this has been the topic of the week. Every financial news, every mainstream news, every major newspaper globally, this is the news. This is what's been trending. Jamaica's finance minister appointed to deputy manager at the IMF. That's what's been trending all week. For one, nobody in the region has ever been appointed. We have somebody from Africa. The lady from Africa who is retiring now, Antoinette. She's the one who Nigel is going to replace. But they've had representatives from almost all continents, except for our region. So this is different, and that's why it's trending. And it's good. It really is. It's good to have representation. And that's what this is about. I think the IMF chief, she's very fond of Nigel from Home Asia Talk. Lord Jesus. She's very fond of Dr. Clarke. But also Jamaica people are magnetic, Anyway, Jamaica people go, people just love us and Lord Jesus, especially when we're nice and decent, when we're heart clean, people just gravitate, and that's good. She spoke so highly of him, it come like say she grew Nigel. She talk about him resume. You'd never believe say I want 52-year-old man, the woman I talk about so. Only not hear it. I want them to play it so make on hear. Tell me if you hear it in a comment. She said she like him attitude, and she not only like him resume and him educational background and him academic success and him experience, She like him personality. She said when he believes in something, him not back down. And she said that's how I am too. And at the IMF we need people like that. Me I feel say no man, that woman you need to ease up little. She need to ease up little bit. She just a go on so. She just a go on over Nigel boy so. Oh God, man. Yeah, she was very impressed. That's the appropriate word to use. She was very impressed by his educational background. Me hear one voice note coming on my WhatsApp today now. And one man I just say, like him as a Nigel grew up privilege, And I'm saying, look here, the man put in the work to get where he is today. He didn't sit around and get anything, free. He put in the work. He went to college almost half his life, if not more than half his life. Bachelor's, master's, PhD. You know how much years of college that? Plus work experience. You know how much years that? It took him 52 years to reach the pinnacle of his career. 52 years. When you really think about it, life is short, you know. It took him 52 years between education and experience. So he may just retire at the IMF at this time. And I think he could, because them love him enough. And I'm sure he's going to go there and do his job. But you know what, guys? I haven't really talked with you guys much on this channel about how I feel about Nigel's appointment. I think it came at a perfect time. And I think it's good that Nigel took this job now, because you know why? Yesterday, the political climate in Jamaica, where the PNP has become this organization where all they do is defame people, character assassinate people, tell lie on people, try to ruin people's reputation, people's lives. I think this is a very good time for Nigel to move on. Like, seriously. And I know him alone. You have other people in the politics who, they're not about it anymore, because the political climate in Jamaica, it is so ridiculous, to say the least. It has become dangerous. I mean, just so many things. Look what happened with Melissa and the cover-up. And when it's not that, they're out on social media trying to character assassinate people. Them hire bloggers to do these kind of things. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good time, because imagine Nigel go school all these years, go earn how much degrees and how much this and that, right? And for have political people come ruin him reputation. That not nice. So I think this came at a good time. I think he will be very happy and content, working in that environment. Because I never really saw Nigel as a politician, really. I never saw him as a politician. I really saw him as a guy with a skill set, that has to do with finance and stuff, because that's what he does. That's what he studied. That's what he likes. But I never really saw him as a politician. So I think going to the IMF is where he needs to be, and where he probably will fit in better, in my view. I mean, I know what you guys think, but I saw me look on it. I right thing at the right time. Yeah, man, his parents should be proud, and his wife and his kids. And I am sure he will make Jamaica proud by, working hard and working smart and all them something there. I'm gonna be following his journey at the IMF. I don't know how long he plan to stay there, but Washington DC and the financial community and them something is a different vibe from Jamaica and being the finance minister. I think I don't think Nigel was comfortable in the politics, to be honest. Cause him now go the politics of Jamaica right now, So the people in the politics right now, they have to be a kind of a different kind of creature. You understand? They have to be. You see, like how we are dinosaurs out here on social media. I call myself a dinosaur. When I say a dinosaur on social media, what I mean is, you see, if you cannot fight social media war, you cannot survive out here. You understand? And those of you who have been following my blogs and my vlogs and this and that over these years, decades, almost 20 years? Only know some out here a long, long time. And if me did fool, and if me did thin skin, Me run off of social media a long time. I will never, you know? So it's kind of the same thing with the politics of Jamaica today as it is. You have to be a monster. And when them lick you, you have to lick them back. I lick them back 10 times harder. Nigel never do that. Nigel does not fit into the politics of today in Jamaica. I am very happy for him. I was joking around with somebody. I'm saying, you know what? When he reach a Washington, me I go up there, go meet him, and put on one crown on his head because they say my black wannabe black royalty. So him get him flowers now. So me want to put on the crown on his head and show the bad mind people them, bunting them. We come talk about him, I wanna be black royalty. From colonial time, me want to put on the crown on his head, make them see now. I never see a wicked, dirty set of people them like them yet. I think I put that in one of the videos I uploaded here since Nigel got his appointment. Look here, me not always agree with people and them politics, you know. All who follow my vlog, only know say I have criticized Nigel before. Yeah, I have. But that no mean say me hate him. That no mean say man a Jamaican or man a one away. That no mean say if he go out there as a Jamaican, me not go stand up back him and back him. Yeah, me ever do it. But you have some people, them only see in a orange and green. Then don't see the Jamaican flag. Me see the Jamaican flag in everything first. Me not hate no labor right. Me not hate nobody with a different religion, different orientation, whatever. No, I don't. I see people for who they are first. And if they're good and kind and decent, we can rock. Rhodes Scholar at that. For all who think he was brought up privileged, stop it. His parents are highly educated too. So what if you listen to him? He was taken from prep school to primary school. Me hear the interview, him saying parents them couldn't afford it to keep him at prep school when they have the third child. Lord have mercy. No, him never get a handout, you know. And he never get no privilege. He work hard. But you see, he had the parents them to keep him on track. Because guys, those of you who are parents, you know how it is. If you not stay on top of your kids and make sure so them go down the right path, then can't fall off at any time. So in putting the work, you can't grudge a man for that. Every time I see that video where Bunting and the other man, they Garnet Roper, they say have strokes, you know. Every time I see that video and how they spoke of Nigel, it breaks my heart. As a parent, it does. Because how can you speak of somebody like that? Have you guys, I don't know if you guys seen the video, but I'm sure I posted it over here in the last upload I did about Nigel and the IMF appointment. But the way that they stood there and spoke of Nigel, likening him to black men of colonial times who aspired to be like their masters. Who does that? Who does that? What provoked that? Nothing. So when me not hear them say congratulations to Nigel, opposition leader of the country no come say nothing. Dr. Phillips wished him congratulations and give him 2 cents. Likewise, the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, she said that's good to have somebody from this region. You know, it says a lot about representation, and that's good. It takes a mature, you know, an adult to say that, irrespective of party lines or whatever. As a Jamaican and as somebody from the region, this is good, is what they said. And guys, I cannot tell you no how them vex with Peter Phillips and want to bring him down. The risers, them vex, them a cuss Peter Phillips. Me them in a WhatsApp, guys. They must say Peter Phillips, what Peter Phillips are praise Nigel for. Me say, is that praising Nigel? What are you talking about? You're praising somebody by saying, hey, this is good. We're glad to see a Jamaican was chosen. We're glad that it's one of our bright sparks, bright stars. Nothing wrong with that. But you see bad mind, wicked heart people, then can't clap for nobody. And then after the way that Bunting use him out and bring down that man, after come see this now. What a disgrace. Him supposed to shame. Him can't come out come say anything. And he shouldn't. Because it wouldn't even sound genuine. But I am just saying, you see how life works, guys? The two men them who stood before the country and spoke those horrible things about Nigel. What happened to them now? One of them have a stroke, and I'm not saying that, I reiterate, I'm not saying that to rejoice, because I don't rejoice over people's sickness. That's not nice, because sickness don't discriminate. But I am saying we must be careful because we don't know what the future holds for you or for me. So one is in a nursing home now, suffering a stroke, and Peter Bunting has lost his political career. He has no seat. He lost his bid to lead the People's National Party. While Nigel, at the peak of his career, at 52 years old, he has one of the most coveted positions at the IMF. And look at the things they said about him. If somebody said those things about my child, I would never forgive them. Then couldn't tell me sorry. Especially if me know some pickney a good pickney. And Nigel a good pickney. If somebody come out and talk and see them about my pickney, me probably fight them. Me I wonder if when them stand up there and spoke those horrible things about Nigel, if they were thinking about his parents, you know, if they were thinking about his kids, and them people here call themselves politician, you know, guys. Then call themselves politician. When they're out there and said those horrible things, and I'm not going to play it on here, because, let me see if I have it. I don't really want to play it, because every time I hear it, it disgusts me, I want to vomit. Guys, I'm going to go get something to drink. I'll play it real quick, let you guys listen to it. All I want to hear it. I'll soon come back. You hear?
There's a part of us that likes the Nigel Clarke type. You know, here is a son of a judge, son of a teacher, who then became children's advocate, Rhodes Scholar, bright at math. I'm not sure if he succeeded as much, you know, as you would have thought his reputation has, and very, if you might say, British-esque in his persona and so on. What do you think are his kind of strengths or weaknesses, as you said?
Well, I think Nigel is clearly somebody who's also, you know, has outstanding academic achievement and qualifications. In a sense, he reminds me of the black Englishman of colonial times, the sort of who aspired to be sort of black royalty. You know, somebody like Hugh Small's father, Justice Small, was spoken about in those ways. You had somebody like Ludlow Moody, Dr. Ludlow Moody, who was Norman Manley's brother-in-law, very much in that sort of mold, you know, the Esquire type. The Esquire type, you know, great English, British education, and sort of, in a sense, mimicking the values and the affectations of the former colonial masters. So, you know, the sort of classical music, appreciation, etc. Very much, in a sense, culturally contrasting with the the sort of rural, down-to-earth ethos of Keisha Hill.
Yes, guys, I'm back. So, yeah, those disgusting men. What could have drove them to do that, though? What could have caused them to do that? The only way you talk about somebody like that is if they're in trouble, you know. They were trying to promote Keisha Hale. She was running against Nigel. And in doing so, rather than tell the people why they support Keisha Hale and why she's the better candidate, they decided to stand before the country in 2018 to run a smear campaign on Nigel Clarke. Because that's what they do. That's what they recruit bloggers to do. That's what they did to their leader. And that's why they have no support. Nobody's supporting them. And this is why KD Knight said what he said. You have to face reality. Mighty God, man. Jesus, Father. But the way I'm proud of Nigel come like a my picnic. Although Nigel probably could have been my father, you know. Nigel older than me. Guys, you know, I thought Nigel was in his 40s. I thought Nigel was in his 40s. I didn't know Nigel was 52. You know how me know say Nigel a big man? When me say Nigel pants, yes, me see him pants big and it drop, I'm nable. I me ask about wait, Nigel pants look so. It was like last year or the year before. I saw a video of him. I think he was talking at a conference or something. I know he would have been wearing like a polo green shirt or something. And he tucking in pants. Now when me see Nigel pants big and draw, me I say about wait ya man. How are this? So some put 2 and 2 together them time there and I say, Nigel carry himself like one look a big man though. Well, no, me know say my big man for him 52. So when Nigel born, the way me see the boy, them a wear them pants at Jamaica, you know. They sick my stomach. Yeah, they sick my stomach. The way me see the boy, them a wear them pants, you know. Drop off. So Nigel would have grown up at a time when, you know, you have your pants on your waist and you tuck in your shirt. No matter how casual you look. That's the era that he grew up in. So him is a proper big man for sure. But him have good genes because his skin clean and he don't have no wrinkle. Maybe that's why the IMF woman are, wow, me not say nothing. The woman go on and see people if you never hear her. Me have to go back and look and rewind some video. No, she just come. I think she was appointed April of this year. She hasn't been there that long. Me that was say if I saw she did go on over the rest of people them we conjoin the IMF, the deputies them. Where she come from again? She come from one country over Europe. But I just want to say this. Yesterday people them watch her use their mouth to bring down Nigel, I say. Him destroy the economy and him mash up the country and I go away. Them alone see it, you know. Nobody else no see it not happening. A delusion. Now let me ask them a question now. There is how much deputy depend is something? 4 deputies, right? Yes, 4 deputies and 1 chief manager. So me want to know the 4 deputies them what depend there. They mash up for them country too. Most of them are economists, or they've worked a long time in the banking industry. So me I wonder if the rest of them fall in the same destruction category as Nigeria, where they mash up their country and mash up the economy. And then the IMF just recruit them. I say, go. More often know. Nigel mash up the country and mash up the economy. No, sir. Hey, I one thing, you know, guys, see the politics of Jamaica today, it's going to make a whole heap of people want to leave the politics. And if you don't mind, shop, I'll leave the country too. Like, seriously. Nigel, and maybe that's why the woman come out and talk yesterday, you know. Maybe the woman say the nastiness will play out in Jamaica with the politics while she spoke. I want to play something to let you guys hear. Lord Jesus, I need to plug in this computer. Hold on. I thought it was plugged in. Hold on, the guys. Ah, jeez. Well, go on here. So, then there's something I plug in. What is it talking about? See it there. May I wonder if this is why the woman come talk. Even though it was written on the IMF's website about his qualification, his job experience, and so on. You know? Maybe she hear the local ism schism war go on and she decide to come out contact for Bakar Nigel. I what do some people, man? They know you say the man qualified. I want to them. You see, his shoes are very big to fill. And the Prime Minister of Jamaica, he ought to think very long and hard about who he's going to put to replace Nigel. He has to put somebody who knows the assignment, somebody who can do the job. Because if that person falls short, you know, people are gonna load them up. I am very much looking forward to seeing Nigel and the Jamaican blood run deep up at Washington there, because see our vice president they know she soon got turn president come and know she'll win. She's going to win. So the Jamaican lineage and the Jamaican blood, it runs very deep in Washington, D.C. So maybe we're going to see them working together, me no know, or cross paths somehow. The prayer. Which prayer? Oh, Jesus. When me I go find out the prayer they know? I want somebody could have WhatsApp send it come give me. Me not have it, We pray against this grace. Yeah, man. That happen. Me say the people them have everything bad for say about IMF. Me see Mark Golden it say something on Twitter. Him say, like him that say, as Justice Minister, he passed 12 legislation or something so that Dr. Phillips could have done what he did with the economy. But he didn't name the 12. So I want somebody to tell me as finance minister, as justice minister, I'm saying pass 12 legislation to make IMF do something. So he took great pride in participating in what was happening with the IMF at that time. Let me see if I can find it. I want to read it verbatim. I think it's right here. Oh, wait there. Him saying pass 12 legislation. Somebody sent it come give me yesterday, but me never save it. Oh gosh. I don't have it, guys. But if you follow the politics, me know you probably hear him say it already. Yeah. Me just want look here. Me just want the government to continue and try to do their best to develop the country. And that we depend right now. You understand? Me see them give out some whole heap of scholarship at our 607 recipients of scholarships for healthcare, which is a very important thing because at this time, not just in Jamaica, but all over, even in America, the healthcare industry, health field, it's an aging population. We've lost a lot of people during COVID. People retired early. People are getting ready to retire. So in the case of Jamaica as a developing country, where you even have some healthcare employees in Jamaica, they leave and come abroad for various reasons. And that's fine. We don't own anybody. Anybody free to leave if they want to. Some stay, some leave as I go. But it is a good thing that the government is giving these scholarships to, people who aspire to pursue careers in healthcare. Because the Lord knows there's a drought coming. There is a drought coming. So the big celebration, I think it was yesterday, when they announced all the recipients. So that is good. How much money they say? How much $1 billion to give out the scholarship then? That's good. Young people of Jamaica, opportunities there. Want to take it a year? Good question. The people who were appointed to IMF, did they mash up the country? Me no know. I was reading the profile of the Liberian, the African lady who is set to retire. She's 66 years old. She's been at the IMF forever. And she was an economist and she did some things in her country. She worked in the finance ministry there as well. You have the gentleman who's from China. He worked for the Bank of China for a while too. He's big on climate change now and doing a lot of good things with climate stuff. But they've all done their thing in their own right. So it's good. But it's Jamaicans alone. They're the only ones accusing their finance minister of destroying the country. But it's not all Jamaicans. It's just those who are affiliated with Mark Golding who are doing that. It's not, most Jamaicans feel good and feel proud, that a Jamaican was chosen in all his qualification, yes, and his personality, according to the IMF chief. So it's a good story. Nigel's story is a good story. They were written in a document placed on a table, and Mark Golding walked past it. What is that, Junior? It's possible Nigel is the brightest person at the IMF. I don't know if I would say that because you have people there who are more experienced than him. Maybe not everybody has a PhD, but certainly the woman who is retiring now, who is 66 years old, I read her profile. She's more experienced than Nigel. So not to take away anything from him, he's bright, that's for sure. But the IMF is gonna draw for the brightest, the brightest among us to put on their management team. It's a good story. I'm very happy to hear it. Me, some people are saying, what does that mean for Jamaica? Or, what the IMF? One man asked me, what the IMF do for Jamaica? You know what I answer him? I don't answer him because you see right now, when it comes on to the internet, I have to argue with people. Me no bother ya, man. God know. You know, make no sense. Me can't argue with nobody where not take time out to read and educate themselves, but they want to initiate an argument with you. That's a waste of time. These days, me not even have time for scratch my head. So me not have time to argue with foolishness. I have never seen opportunity this much in Jamaica, never ever. Yesterday, young people in Jamaica, they have opportunity. But what I find right now, and not just Jamaica alone, even in America, you see this too. Ever since the invention of the internet and monetization, a lot of people, young people, them don't want no traditional work. They don't want to go to no university. They don't want no education. All they want to do is monetize online. Right now, if the internet pop down, them cannot eat. That is the situation. I could take some calls. Let me get my phone. Hold on. Moderator, hold on. Lord Jesus. Moderator, I have to go give my personal number because this phone that I use for the program, I only use it for the program and it's dead right now. So I'm going to plug it in. Let me see if I can get like a charge on it. And then we can talk a little bit. Yeah, guys. So there's a situation now where a lot of these people under 30 years old, they don't want a traditional work. May I tell you now? They don't want a traditional work. They're not interested in an education. Parents have to work hard now for try and encourage them picnic for go to college and for work tradition. Everybody want monetize, and then think that a career. That is no career. All it takes is for the internet to crash, and life has to go on. So we happy for Nigel Clarke. I don't know why anybody would have eat on this. This is a lovely thing. Yes, it is a lovely thing. Wanna need to go subscribe over in that channel, Wanna hear the man will say, me have to take bad things make laugh, Wanna hear the man will say, what if our athletes were supposed to get up tomorrow morning? What if Shelley and Fraser and all of those athletes, Jamaican athletes, should get up tomorrow morning and go run for the United States, like how Nigel Clarke is leaving us and going to the IMF? How would we view them? And I'm like, sir, really? What you think? So the IMF I want track and field team? You think I want US team? You don't need to go over the other channel, go subscribe. The man make a comparison between the athletes, them and Nigel. No, I take that to mean that Nigel was doing such a great job. They don't want him to leave. They can say it, it's fine. If them are vexed about a man leaving, that means that the man was doing well. But then just cannot say it. Oh, what is about low battery? Hold on there, guys. Hold on, let me come. Sure. Hold on. Hold on. What is this, dear God? Oh, they sent the plug out picture. See it there. A 3 computer I have in my room like me a scammer, 3 computer, 2 phone. No, sir. Yes, see it there now. So, the man say, Supposed to athletes them. Supposed to athletes them to get up tomorrow morning and say them are going to run for the United States. Mr. About Jesus, here this a man. So Nigel are going to run for the US now. Nigel are going to do some money, something for the US now. Mr. Sir, go and read what the IMF is, because you clearly don't know. One PMP man, you know. One Mark Golden supporter, you know. Mr. Go and go read and understand what the IMF is. The IMF is a facilitator. They facilitate 190 countries with financial assistance. So your false equivalence, you know, what? I hope you not go to road go say them send it to nobody, you know, for shame himself. Lord Jesus. I don't know where people come up with them something there. IMF in Niger long time. Not just now. Yeah, man, that's true. True. Yes, my plug it in. I don't know if I do the battery save up on this. I want my daughter do it when I'm done. Nigel used to pack flour and sugar at supermarket. What you say? He wanted to own a supermarket. Ooh. Ah, Jesus. Them say money. Them say Nigel wanted money. So him gone to the IMF. Money, you know. Ah, Jesus. Them are going like say Nigel did that suffer at Jamaica. Nigel didn't suffer. The man then just get one whole heap of raise. Him never had a suffer. You know what Nigel could have do between me and you know? Nigel could have do 5 years at the IMF and come back to Jamaica and run for Prime Minister, you know. Yes, him can do it. He can go build up his resume, go work at the IMF 5 years. Come back, him gonna be 57. Yes, 57. Nigel leave a higher paying job to come work in government. For himself and family. I wish him all the best. I wish him all the best. I imagine he will bring his children with him. They're probably gonna go to university in the States. They have some nice universities up there in Washington. And you know, life is good. I wish him all the best. It better than right now toward Jamaica politics stay. It better than for stay there and sit down and take abuse and lie and wickedness. The only problem I did have with Nigel, you know, when he was, well, he's still a finance minister, but when SSL said they want money to pay them employees, I mean, I say about them are people not a conscience. With all of the fraud and wickedness we are going over there, a taxpayer they want to pay the employees. I mean, I say no, on the road. The people them in the bank, the people them over SSL we are thief out the people them money. And you seeing about money, and them to go pay the employee, them Jamaica taxpayer and nothing to do with this. And then Nigel come back. They do one video on YouTube, on Facebook will go viral. And Nigel come back almost 1 week later, come say, then the government now go bother give SSL no money. They are going to use the money where they get from the confiscation of ill-begotten money in a Jamaica. For example, you know, criminal money then. Yes, them are going to use that kind of money to do it. But besides that, Nigel has followed, the program in terms of fiscal responsibility and things like that, which Jamaica started before he came. And Lord knows Jamaica needed to do that. But it's the people who don't understand finances and people who don't read, them not going to understand the work that Nigel did during his time as finance minister. I always see Nigel to be the next JLP leader and Prime Minister of Jamaica. And somebody named Nigel has said that, Nigel, you're biased, see? You're biased. You know what I want to see? I want to see them put one woman for leadership now. You see the job when Nigel leave? I don't want to see one woman go in there so go work. I don't feel say them give woman equal opportunity in our politics in Jamaica. It's very rare. I know we have more women in parliament and senate now, than before. But to me, that's not enough. We need to see women leading political parties and becoming prime ministers more and, holding powerful positions as men. That's one of the things with that's one of the things. Hold on there, guys. Oh God. But guys, in other news, who no hear what with bunting them with proven wealth. Mr. One if you come over the other channel, come subscribe, because I tell you back in June, I told you guys that I got some information because the people give JPU the information. And I got some information back in June, which I shared with you all, that proven wealth is in financial problem. People are draw out their money from over there because the people them I get to understand what these guys really are, where the politics of Jamaica is concerned, and they don't trust them. That's what I was reliably told. And the person said, watch what's going to happen. You're going to hear the news. Them in a money problem. Well, lo and behold, last week, the Jamaica Observer and Gleaner reported that proven wealth lost 280 million Jamaican dollars the quarter which ended in June of this year. So I pick up my phone now and call the person. This person is in the financial circles of Jamaica. And he's also an investor. So, he was the perfect person to give me that information. And I believed him when he told me. So I called him and I said, look here. Did you see the news today? Him say, what news? Me say the same thing where you tell me where dear man, where you say the man them in a money problem. And then we're both like, why are we just hearing about it in August? At the end of August? But the report says that proven lost the 280 million because they were in the crosshairs of JMB, Sagicora, some other financial institutions. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was written by members of Proven and sent to the media houses to make it look like, say, well, I don't really say Proven in a problem. I saw other rest of people make them lose so much money. Sit down, go so. Our Jamaica 411 if you can do an investigation on this. $280 million people in the first quarter. I feel like so that has something to do with them wanting to come into the politics, you know. They want to get the leadership of the country to be able to, you know, keep their finger on the pulse of the finances and so forth to make themselves continue to make more money. Me tell you a long time. So this is what they're about. Obtaining more wealth that they don't even keep in Jamaica. Mark Golding's wealth is in the British Virgin Islands. He says he owns nothing in Jamaica, not even the house he lives in. British Virgin Island, everything they cause the company that's over there, that's keeping his house. The names on the company, the owners, him and him family. But yet he's saying, the house I live in is not my own. Andrew owned his house in St. Lucia, but he never denied say a fee house. He never denied it. So Jamaica people, they must know what they want. Jamaica people, they must know what they want. The people them not the PNP did not reject Bunting for nothing. Them know from a long time, say him not come about them. And if Bunting never spend so much money to get them Rise United sinting on them t-shirt and excitement, he wouldn't have any support. Them say if you want to know how rich a man is, take away his money. See what he has left. Some of them may take away their money, them don't even left with a personality. Moderator, I'm going to turn on the phone here now. So guys, have you been, Lord Jesus, that's a long talk to you. Have you guys been following the politics of the US? To see how Kamala Harris is gaining momentum. She and our vice president. Yeah, man, she's in good shape. I'm out there a canvas, you know. Yes, me out there a canvas and a campaign. Let me show them something then. Oh, wait there. Hold on. There it is. I go out there a canvas because we don't want them other rest of people that come out say them a make America. Them not make America great nowhere. We don't trust them. So we go out there, go join the campaign and do the campaigning. One woman come out, Diane Jackson Miller, she come out, Pan Kamala, I come talk about if Jamaica should be claiming her. Yes, Jamaica should be claiming her. She Jamaican enough with her bright self. Diane Jackson Miller wants to set Trump away again, but not in this lifetime. Diane Jackson Miller want her bestie Trump to win. When they saying liable for sexually abuse the local lady there. Not today, Satan. Kamala Harris owns us, so we have to own her. She's as Jamaican as any daughter to a Jamaican father. And Diane Jackson Miller cannot validate Kamala Harris. She knows who she is. And as I say, she own we, and we're going to own her, and we're going to vote for her, and we're campaigning for her. How would that phone here do, man? Well, on there. Oh. Moderator, let her call you. Because through the phone come on in such a long time, it's doing all sort of stuff. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, guys, these are some serious times with the politics. In a Jamaica, Diane Jackson Miller come and talk about say if Kamala Harris is Jamaican enough and if we should claim her. Oh, she not ask Mark Golding if him Jamaican. Mark Golding in a Jamaican family, you know? He might not even didn't want to give up the British citizenship where they. So me not understand how Dion Jackson Miller never ask them question there. But she can talk about say if Kamala Harris, if we should claim her. We have to claim her. See her there. She know about Jamaica. And she was influenced and is influenced by Jamaica. Nobody can take up a woman, put her down. See her there with her father and her things, them and with her grandmother. Yeah, we gotta claim her. Hold on, let me see how it is. Me don't know some people work with 2 phones, you know. Alright, let me call the moderator, you know, and see what go on. Where is he? Oh, there. Oh, Jesus, see there. Alright. Guys, at the Democratic conference that took place the other day, did y'all see how many Republicans went there and spoke? Lord Jesus. Moderator, good night. What?
Yeah. A listener, me here, you asked a question, or you mentioned that someone asked a question that what has the IMF done for Jamaica?
Yeah, so they must say.
Somebody asked you that question, Larry?
Honest to God.
Alright, let me see if I can break down 2 things. Normally, when a country go into an agreement with the IMF, depending on the type of program they signed on to. Yeah? They have to follow certain guidelines, and in some cases, some country consider the measures them to be stringent because they kind of spend money as, you know, they would like them have to follow the programs to a T. Yeah.
They must have good credit.
They must have good credit and they must have managed themselves well. Me go down the line first before me take you down this one. Remember, in the 90s when the administration then come and say, well, we are set to the IMF.
Mm-hmm.
But after they come out of the IMF program, they went on the world market to different multilaterals and even did some local borrowing at very high interest rate because they couldn't get money for borrow at certain rate based on the state that their country was in. The problem with such agreements compared to agreements that they were in with the IMF, they could borrow money and spend it as they wish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? And as such, a lot of money was squandered, wasted. Yeah? Whole heap of things were never did happen during that time. I remember during the same time, yeah, when they borrow at high interest rate and bring in this high interest rate policy, they end up overprint money and then come with a policy so they have to map up liquidity because too much money was floating around.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That put the financial sector in a deep problems. And during that time, when all of that was happening, a little man will say come out now and I try say all kind of things about Dr. Nigel Clarke. The man with them nickname Ralston Greenspan. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because he used to come out and compare himself to Alan Greenspan, saying only Alan Greenspan in the world know numbers like him. Ralston Hyman at the time backed and support everything that Omar Davis was doing. And every year, him come and say the economy is poised for a takeoff. The economy is poised for a takeoff when we were going down in the ground. And if anybody who have memory of those times can remember, the whole world, the whole Western Hemisphere was seeing a record number growth. And Jamaica and Haiti was the only two countries. Where did a race fear go to the bottom of the pit? Why? Because we weren't under no farmer scrutiny, because we just borrow money and do as we feel with it. Borrowing at high interest rate. Hence the whole high interest rate policy that was implemented by the government was send businesses and banks and other entities crashing in the 90s. Yeah? Mm-hmm. People borrow money for going out of business at one rate, and the government change the policy, and people wake up and say interest rate balloon, and them couldn't meet them payments, and people start losing their houses, losing their businesses, losing properties, and all of that, right? So when people ask what the IMF done for Jamaica, if when all of that was happening, if we did under IMF program where the government couldn't just get up and do as them feel a mind, Jamaica wouldn't have undergone all of that.
I was quite shocked to hear people saying negative all this time. I never really hear them people there say anything negative, because
no, Rastalama is just that. For years, me I listened to that man, and I remember during the Omar Davis era, he was always telling the country the economy is poised for a takeoff. I will never see it take off. So I wonder if somebody take the engine out of the economy and left with grounded, right?
So what do you think?
People like them now come and criticize Nigel Clarke work.
So what do you think about this appointment?
When I think about the appointment,
yeah,
just like all the other well-thinking people come out and talk, it is a good thing for Nigel Clarke himself. It's a good thing for Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. Yeah? As I said before, the IMF is not no corner party shop. So for the heads of the IMF to sit down and look across the world, remember, they are a body that built up with members from 190 countries. They could have looked in any one of those other 190 countries, but they chose to look down here, so another little data. To come find one little gem we have, we not we not appreciate.
True,
right?
Man. Yeah.
And appoint him. So for people that try pour water upon that, it just show you say, oh, wicked, evil, and when I say envious those people are. Yeah?
I want to look a handful of them still, so...
I mean, but Mark, you don't have to like the person for come and congratulate and,
Can't be at 18 of them out of them 8 full of hate. Yeah.
I see some little people where can't even sit down and calculate them grocery list properly. Of all kind of things you say about the man.
You're not glad same gone. Me glad same gone,
I'm not say I'm glad same gone, but I'm glad for I would say it will have multiple effects, because the head of the IMF, if you listen to her, what she will say, based on Nigel Clarke, expertise we display over the years, yeah. He can go there, go help formulate programs and policies to help countries,
other countries,
to develop themselves.
That yes.
Me and Motley in our own words say that.
That yes.
It's a good thing for the whole Caribbean. Because
she believe in it,
countries in the Caribbean are dealing with the IMF. Yeah? The IMF, the people who sit at the head or who have to deal with these countries where formulate certain plans and policies. Formulate them based on the knowledge that them have, not necessarily knowing exactly how to deal with each country on an individual basis, right? But with Nigel Clarke coming from this region and have a better understanding and where some of these countries going through, and what they going to take for bring some of them out of the situation that they are in. We better be suited there.
Well, me feel like say, as I said on the other channel, you know, me never really see him as a politician, you know. But I see him as I've always seen Nigel as somebody with a set of skills that can take him places. You know what I'm saying? And I think politics narrow down him thing, but no, we are really gonna see. To me,
it depends on how you look on it. Narrow it down depending on how you're looking at it. Because if it wasn't for the politics, probably the IMF wouldn't even see him. Remember that. So it have it given it take. Remember, you know, he was always there in business, but the drag where Andrew go drag him from private sector and bring him in our government, put him on a platform that the IMF and others could see him.
So we're gonna replace him now.
The politics have a plus.
We're gonna replace him, you know.
We're gonna replace him. I'm gonna say we have a deep pool, you know, and remember, you know, same like how he was brought in from the private sector. Who knows? Maybe I'm just see somebody else in the private sector who we can bring in. Other than that, we have people in the politics already who have financial background. Maybe their credentials is not as high as his, but I mean, there are people there with financial background. So I have to sit and wait and let the Prime Minister make him choice. But there are people in private sector and there are people in government with the background that can come, you know, fill the slot. And as well, Nigel himself said, there are policies and programs in place that whoever come,
all them have to do is follow it.
All them have to do is follow.
And follow the outcome. You know, so yesterday me see not yesterday, a couple of days ago, Vice President Kamala Harris, she did an interview and the journalist asked her say if she would work with or appoint a Republican to her cabinet. And you know, she said yes. I'm saying that to say the next finance minister, honestly, me not feel more comfortable if me say the government bringing somebody from the private sector. Because this worked. And I'm not trying to undermine anybody with the skill set we're already in at the politics. I'm just saying.
No, I know. I'm not going to undermine because if you look over time, we see the same thing tried before and it never worked. And we see it try and when it work. I said that for say this. Remember that when you small decided to step away from politics, Omar Davis was actually brought in, you know. Omar Davis was lecturing in geography, I think it was. When PJ Patterson drafted him in, you know, and he was given a safe seat. Yeah? The seat that he got at the time, the member of parliament was actually, you know, called aside and, you know, given a deal and to step aside for bring him in. And that was a disaster in my eyes. Yeah, because everybody see what Omar Davis tenure bring.
Well, that is true. Yes. So
Andrew come on it right and he bring in Nigel and we see what that brings. So I mean it can work again. And the question you said that was asked of Kamala, if we practice more of them kind of politics, I mean it can only serve the country well. Because you know, if you remember when the vacancy was there for the bank, the governor for the Bank of Jamaica. Yeah? When the governor now, Biles, was brought in, you remember it almost cost a riffing at the JLP.
Yes.
You remember that? And you know why that was?
Tell the audience.
Mr. Biles, who was affiliated with the former WPJ of the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Was seen as someone who has always been against the JLP. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So when Andrew chose to appoint him, enough labor right it vex. And I said, where am I doing fair appoint an enemy of the JLP? And the man said, what kind of politics we are dealing in our country are running up?
You see, there are a lot of people with the right talent and skill. I'ma feel like say, if you really want to develop a country, start selecting people based on what they bring to the table, rather than the boy. I'm tired of the tribalism in the politics.
Yeah, man.
Honestly.
If that's what I mean, say, low Andrew for make him choice because so far he might prove himself right. Remember, even when he might bring in Nigel, there's some little feelings in the thing same way, enough people just say, he might bring in Nigel for come show about Ardisha, too hard they did run against him and this and that. That was the man just see and know the talent that Nigel have and they bring him in to come serve a purpose.
Do you think that going into the election, this can be positive or negative? Because some people may look at it and say, well, Nigel leave 1 year before the election, so maybe that not look too good. And other people might say, you know what? Nigel being selected is a positive thing for the administration.
It is a positive, depending on who is looking at it and what angle they are looking at it from. Because one, contrary to what was the word in the initial stages that he might run left Jamaica, Nigel never get up and go apply for work. Yeah? A vacancy was created at the IMF because the lady were in the post resigned. And the IMF start recruit and him them say and him them approach. Right? So it can be taken as a negative for the government. What me can say is it's a positive for the government and it's a positive for Nigel and it's a positive for the Prime Minister. As I said before, if the Prime Minister never see him as capable, right? And go pluck him out of the private sector and bring him in our government, the IMF would need to see him in the first place. Yeah? So it have all in plus depending on who looking at it and from what angle I'm looking at it.
So the person who are going to replace him now, that person will be named before the next election. Do you think that that will have an impact on
the person will be named before him go take up in post in the IMF. Probably by sometime by the end of this month, we are going to know exactly who it is. Because remember, same appointment I will take effect on the 31st of October.
Yeah, man, me know, but I say, the person who is going to be named, do you think that that person or whoever that person is may play a part in how, the election go? Because I just tell you the truth. I understand, say, some people are say, Favour Williams, she has what it takes and she's better at financing and stuff like that. But in my view, and I'm going to talk the truth, yes, because Favour is not very popular where being an education minister is concerned, that may not work out so well. It's not that she not have the skills, but because she already in a situation where, she's kind of not popular as an education minister. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'd say yeah. She listen, the problem that most people have with Favour is that she's kind of this, soft spoken, more on the humbler side. But
she is.
Look at it this way. Me say to you, say she are one of the front runner based on the qualifications that she have.
No, you alone say other people are saying in the media too.
Yeah, I say, based on her qualification and based on the fact that she was a junior minister in the Ministry of Finance before. Yeah? That's why her name is on the top of the list. But in the same breath, the Prime Minister have options. Him can go in the private sector. Again, there are people who are aligned to the party in the private sector. There are people who are more aligned to other parties who are very close friend with the Prime Minister. When people are called for them name too, but because of them family lineage, people are say probably that won't work. Yeah?
Okay.
But if you know, Keith Duncan's name is being mentioned in a certain circles. Him and the Prime Minister are a good friend, but because him father is or was a staunch PNP and him sisters them in the PNP, them must say, boy, maybe he more step in on the side if come play the role. But who knows?
People are saying in the comment too. People are saying in the comment, but guess what now with that? You see, timing is so important in everything that we do. You see, right now is not a good time for Mr. Duncan, are the truth.
Well, me just say, me just tell you, say, there are a lot of speculations right out there. And because people know, say, him and the Prime Minister have, close relation, they might make the suggestion there. But as I said, there are a lot of people there with good financial background that's inside and outside, because a certain name come up, I still don't know if that person want to step back in the political arena like that. But if that person should, he would be a perfect fit. Yeah?
Call him name now.
If you know who me allude to, but the name there is also being mentioned.
Call him name now, oh.
David Panton.
Then David Panton I go leave America now. I wear this now. First, may I hear this?
Okay, you are here, but it has been mentioned in certain circles.
Me not say it impossibly now, because I think he would probably do a good job.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very successful, but
So me just say a whole heap of people that have to pick from. So we have to just sit back and watch.
Then he would leave America for come do that at Jamaica.
Who knows? Remember say
MP salary raise.
I don't go test MP salary raise. Remember say in the point say, coming out of politics and due to some circumstances he just take for himself. But who knows? Maybe this is the right time for him to step back. We don't know. We have to just watch and see.
Lord Jesus. So I have to go down to Atlanta, go tell him to stand back and stand by. Stand back and stand by, Mr. Panton. No, sir. That not bad.
That would be interesting.
Interesting
if him step back in,
That not bad at all. So let me ask you before you go, moderator, what you think about the protest down in New York, down in Manhattan, where the Lord Jesus? I couldn't believe it.
New York was just not Yorking,
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Rattigan and them clan, spread them bed and them take time and lay down in it, because them say God not like ugly. All of them did I do. The world say I know say it never right and it never I come from a good place from day one. So somebody that asked you earlier on to play about the prayer, confusion amongst them, confuse themselves.
Somebody I forgot send it come give me. I have it on my phone now. Say somebody call me and say wish for Mr. Vegas. Then I say, if you know Mr. Vegas there. Because them a look for see Mr. Vegas up at the protest.
Oh, for account of them.
Yes, some don't know. I wonder if Vegas in the chat.
Some Vegas probably there's somewhere do some show or something. You never know. Remember the man is still an artist.
Yes. So when me see the turnout now, and well, Rattigan said himself, we're a small group, or we're small in size, he said, exactly. All right, Miss Sonia, good night. See you tomorrow. When Mr. Vegas said we are small in size, Mr. Vegas, when Mr. Rattigan said we are small in size, I'm going to look on the thing. I say, but wait, this no need Mr. Vegas again. Eh?
I mean,
Mr. Vegas.
them a lose momentum, and more people start be aware of what them up to. I see that incident there with the whole brown paper bag thing, turn off a lot of people.
You know, I'm gonna see one brown paper bag. Then I choose something about the brown paper bag of money. Lord Jesus.
So one man claim the bag, man, and say I feed money, man. I feed people everywhere, the money I feed.
Jeez.
So,
I wonder if a bunting send a brown paper bag. You will do it, you know.
They claim that it was money collected from the people that was gathered. That's what they're saying. I'm not sure, but I mean, for people who now look on this sticker from, you know, different color lens, if they just see it for what it is, everybody knows it. What them are doing really make no sense.
But you know,
it not come from the genuine place.
You know, so I feel sorry for the man when the man were out there, what they say. What name again, Mr. Francis? I feel sorry for him, I say, oh God, man.
Why you feel sorry for him?
Because I don't know if I true is an elderly man, but if have them the things on me hear them I say about him. And if you say the whole of them did their work together. Boy, I don't know people mankind wicked, you know.
That if it come from a genuine place, none of them would be in another situation.
You know,
if they come from a genuine place, you know, it wouldn't come down to that, you know, because one, if they did a try lobby the government on issues where they're concerned, they have concerns about, and if there were genuine issues, they would have a bigger following and they would not get more support. But people see and know so they're not genuine.
Lord
and the way they go about them protests and all of that, you know?
Yeah.
It's not fair. Get no redress for nothing.
Then I who are the leader?
It's just a tear down.
And who are the leader?
Them get a job for them. And them are carry out the mandate.
You know which one of them are the leader?
If I know which one of them are the leader? As a prominent figure in the country, they'd say, you know, to me see that group that there are more than one leaders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I guess they don't have a head, they just have a body of leaders.
Okay,
so
okay. Well, Mr. Vegas.
Stage, you know, where people feel like them more than people, so they try undermine others.
Well, Mr. Vegas, can I yard?
I guess the bunting night is take some of them, you know, them start the undermining because they want to push themselves up.
Honest to God, though, you see, the diaspora conference will keep at Jamaica one day. You know, so them could have go there and me watch the conference, you know, and I see people in the diaspora with some similar concerns because as we know, every country has domestic problems, right? And I see people from the diaspora who went to the conference. They had a conference where you can come in there and you can ask about crime, you can ask about education, you can ask about, you know, how safe it is for returning residents.
Anything you have a concern about or want answers, and they could have come and put forth whatever them have them concerns about.
I'm surprised they make that opportunity miss them. But when you look and see the legal issue, and I think Rattigan did lose the lawsuit, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yes, I don't think that would have been a comfortable environment. It is too late. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll see where it goes from here. I don't know, a lot is going on. But right now, me a campaign for Kamala Harris right now because
the whole campaign, man.
Yes.
The campaign see away, you know, because we don't really want to see the face of Trump right now, you know?
No, sir, we're done with him from when?
Yeah, so.
Well, moderator, I could catch up tomorrow now.
Yeah, man, and I mean, if you call me moderator, you need to give me the wrench from that side of the fence, yeah?
Yes, I will. You know, so my daughter do it on the other page. I'm going to make sure do it over here so for me.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, man, have a good night. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Blessings.
Mm-hmm. Yes, guys, that is our wonderful moderator. I invite you all to come over JPU 2.0, come subscribe because there's a lot more activities over there. Just come over and subscribe. Subscribe to both of the channel I'm saying I miss anything. You understand? This is Jamaica Politics Uncovered, guys. Wanna get content every day, okay? Because there's always something happening. So if you're over here, so you're not seeing on the upload for 1, 2, and 1, 3 day, come over the other side. Over there festive. Ask the people in the chat. Then if the people them are give the man the money for file a lawsuit, I might as well file it. Brushing off the lawsuit that Francis should have brought against Andrew. Boy, I mean, I know. This just seems so exhausting. You know what I mean? Like if you have a problem with somebody, we're grown people. Seek dialogue with the person. We're not talking about, a bunch of 18-year-old. We are talking about grown people who claim they have legitimate concerns about the domestic matters of the country. So all they had to do was just seek dialogue. All of them something here. If you go print up t-shirt and traveling and Lord Jesus, man. You know much people at Jamaica would want some of that little money, you know. You know, so then could have pulled up the money and build one little homeless shelter. Something. If one group of them would even flag out Jamaica, go turn up outside the parliament and say, listen, we are here to have a dialogue with the government. That would make more sense. But the disgrace, let me see, I play out on social media with the men them. And I come out to accuse people of thieving money. I accuse people of even murder. Jesus, Father. The turnout never look pretty at all. You know? I don't know. The government has not responded to any of this.
Even though we're small in size, we're vocal. We're vocal. Time, our fearless leader, Mr. Wilfred Rattigan, everybody. We even developed a lawsuit against the Prime Minister. And for reasons best left unknown, that lawsuit was not filed. We're going to dust it off. And there may be reason for us to file it. So we're going to come back to you for funding, right? Of course, of course.
Oh boy. Guys, you see, even if me not agree with somebody, like say you say you have a problem with something, right? Let us say you have a problem with education in a Jamaica, and me is not have a problem with it. I am not against you voicing your opinion, or against you feeling that there's a problem, So me not try say the people them not genuinely concerned, but the way that they went about it, it really raises questions about whether they're genuine. You know what I say? Oh, Jesus. You should hear what Herb said about Rattigan. I want him, I can't tolerate it when man a trace, Me can't listen, me can't bother. When man a trace, no sir. Me not like hear it. This not look good. I know I can't hear the real reason why the IMF took Mr. Clarke from us. Ask me and I'll tell you. Aye. Mr. Arville, you know, so you're not doing no reading lately. You're not doing no reading. Go and go look on the IMF page and see what they say. Or go over the other channel. There's a video over there, and there's one over here as well, I think, about the reason why the IMF take Nigel from you. Go and go read it and go listen, man. Sure. $284,000 Jamaicans living in New York, and they muster 40 people. You think so people have time for waste? Has anybody been to the Buju concert recently, guys? Everybody had talked about it. And Buju is coming to my city. I don't know if I want to go. Because these days, guys, me not lie. Me love my yard. Me don't know if I chew me age a come off of all. Me not know. But from me know their work, me love my yard. Me can't bother to go rub up with people and no, sir. You've created a gem here. It's the first time I've ever gotten so involved in any program. My comments were always wanna move. Well, thank you. Come over the other channel too, man. Come over the other channel. Come join us. I wonder how often Mr. Ratigan and others demonstrating go to Jamaica. What is the address of your other channel, please? It's Jamaica Politics Uncovered 2.0. There's a lot of content over there. You know, say, me go take up my enough self during the Olympic and go start talk about the Olympic. People, Lord Jesus. The first time when them thief the gold medal from Kishian and give it to Noah Lyles, me come out this Sunday and talk. Wake up the next morning. I must have 160,000 views on the video. So when me looking at the comment, American people in there, Jamaican people in there, African people in there, everybody in the comment. So that's why I'm not really too over here to that, because when the Olympic are going, your ears still up an inch measure. Force me I hear this, Miss Lucille. Jesus, that one I knew. Your ears still up an inch measure. No, sir. But yeah, guys, the Olympic. We get a good little run on the Olympic over there, that channel. Eh? And the foolishness with can't know me love track and field. I used to run a Jamaica, you know. And this is why I hate migration. Because I really love track and field. And then when I migrated to New York City, it was like so cold. They didn't have a track team at my high school. So I said, oh God, what is this? You know? Anyway. So when we see them thief the gold from Kishi and we get mad. So it brought people over to the channel who doesn't care much about politics, but it's amazing how sports can bring people together. So I've made some new friends over the other channel, some American people, some African people. So right now, like how the Olympic done, 1 and 2 times we talk about sports if there's something significant. But aside from that, them over there listening to Jamaica politics. So if you know over there, come over there, because every day we're over there talking things them. Because Jamaica is doing so well and we do not want them anymore. So they take him away. So the country might falter badly and we will have to run back to them. No, man, you know, say Jamaica's economy is stable, but as we know, we need to see some more growth, right? We need to see more growth, and I think there's a lot of little tweaking that can be done for us to see more growth. If we manage to lower crime, we can see more growth as well, But the crime monster in a Jamaica, it's boy, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't even like talking about it anymore, to be honest. I'm on the other channel. Remember, the university is the baby. Achu. Achu, Junior. Achu, me not see a long time now. Yeah, man. Lord have mercy. So much I wanna go cartel show you now. We're not going to cartel show January 1st. Me is a fan of dancehall, And I think that cartel is a very talented individual. For a young man to have been expelled from Calabar, him say because of truancy, because he was always late, schooling school, going to the studio, whatever. I think he is extremely talented, well versed with the English language and stuff like that. And to be honest, more than one cartel concert, but here one of people. Me don't know if cartel can perform based on what I see on social media with his physical health. And the other thing too is, when you remember when Buju did come out, nobody never really see much of Buju. So there was this anticipation of seeing him, hearing him, because the only time we saw Buju before the concert was when Buju landed in Jamaica coming through the airport. And remember that? But from Cartel come out, every day you seem like, when if you see somebody often, if you see somebody too often, there's no anticipation, there's no craving to see and hear from the person. You understand what I say, guys? So between that and the physical issues, I don't know. I don't know. Anyone I wanna go in? Tell you the truth, the crime monster is everywhere. Yeah, it is. But with Jamaica, we really need to do a better job. We're just 3 million people. It's ridiculous. We've been dealing with this for so long, guys. And we have seen how it ruins, little communities. Think about the economy of our little garrison community and them thing there. So, what I mean, I know. The importation of the weapons, them, the gang, them. Me understand, so the government try, the justice system try, right? One of the major gangs that was operating, them get taken down, and you have other gangs that are, I don't know. I listen to you every day. Keep up the good work you're doing. Thank you, Mr. Arville. Thank you. Me not have no kidney for me not have no kidney for sell. So me will be inside. Okay. Jesus. Yeah. A lot of revenge killing going on, plus the gang wars. Yeah, Jamaica has become so immune to. Friend of man, there's something. Nobody now go through the channels of justice. People just take up things in their own hand. You know? But I mean, I know. I mean, I know. Moderator, you know, I got a concert. You know, I got a cartel concert. I got Sting. I don't like Sting. I think that Sting help deteriorate dancehall, the quality of dancehall. We have seen man get their head bust a Sting, man get kick off a stage a Sting. No, sir. Me not like Sting. I am a bit too mature for his concert. Yeah, I agree. There's a time and place for everything. Definitely not. Oh, God. And then now, in this time, with everybody take out their phone and record everything, you really can't see the stage. You really can't see the concert on social media, you know, guys. Me not think Cartel can. Me not know, you know. Me not know because he still has some time to get better. But I think he probably should have waited a while to really get back his strength, and you know what I'm saying? I think it's a little too soon. I don't think, in my view, my local humble opinion, I don't think Cartel is physically able at this time to put on an energetic run up and down on the stage kind of thing. You know? And you can't come on the stage and turn up one place or move slow. I feel like Jamaica gets so much bad rap as it relates to crime, and that's a shame because there's so much going for it at the moment. Well, there are good things happening, but the crime is a problem, and we have to face that reality, you know. And I'm not saying that because I not think say crime happen elsewhere. Yes, crime happen. As me say, every country have them domestic problem. And that is the thing with these protesters, is that while they're standing in the US talking about crime is in the US too. Crime in the US too. Even corruption. See, then just prosecute one senator up in New Jersey. When name again? I don't remember. But then just prosecute him for corruption. So corruption in America, crime in America, poverty in America. But the only thing in America has the biggest welfare system in the world. So from your poverty and your dirt poor, you can't get your food stamp, you can't get your housing, you can't get a daycare and assistant finding a job, especially if you're a woman. So even in the wealthiest country, one of the wealthiest country, problem in America too. That's why I said this is crazy, because if these guys really wanted to, you know, do something about, you know, all these issues they're highlighting, just go to Jamaica. Go there. You cannot solve anything on US soil because everything we not taught this. So see the corruption, crime, poverty, failed healthcare, poor education, etc. You wanna think of them things in America? You know they on this planet. These things are happening in every country. So the way to solve your issue with Jamaica is by going there, and you'll be better off getting the people in Jamaica to speak. Me hear one woman talk say, you can't protest in a Jamaica because government are gonna do your things. Them sitting there lie and wickedness. Me protest against this government already in a Jamaica. When the cockpit country and the mining was going on, me protest in a Trelawney. I'll come on TV at the very first protest that took place, followed by the one that took place at Parliament. The protesters them even went to Parliament. You know, remember? when the indigenous people them went to parliament and protested and delivered the letter up there, when you see nobody did trouble them people have to stop what them a do. Stop from tell life on the country. Jamaica is not a place where what is against protesting. People are free to protest. So, right now in America, one of the biggest thing in the election will come is healthcare, reproductive health. More access to healthcare, especially for pregnant women who live in remote rural places in the US. You have some schools that are not up to par in terms of education. So these issues are everywhere. So let us say in Washington, D.C., where they go protest, the people in the politics of America, they see it, and them see it. And what I would think they would do is just laugh at it, because them probably know it's a political sitting, and it is a political thing. Because from Peter Bunting involved in it, and I try talk to Una entertain him, it becomes political at that point in time. And I say so, the man will break away from them say so. So when our people in Washington and politicians in Washington say this now, them just, that's why the media not pick up this in a foreign. Every newspaper in a foreign, in America, none of them no write about this. None of them no report about this. Because they look at it and they probably say, like I'm saying, these things are everywhere. We have them here too. Go deal with it in your country. That's what you got to do. You standing up at the embassy is not going to solve anything. It just looks like you're trying to embarrass the country and embarrass the government. That's it. And that does not solve the problem. So it is not what you do, it's how you do it. Very powerful statement. Janelle, big up yourself. Thank you for joining. Long time I don't see you. Welcome. Some of these issues listed in the poster, corruption, crime, poverty, poor education, etc., are actually undergoing improvement. Well, that's good. That's good. I want to see the young people in Jamaica take more advantage of, the things that are available. Whether it's a skill, whether it's, a scholarship to get a healthcare degree or something. I want to see the young people them take advantage of it. Don't listen to nobody where I make you feel like, say, monetizing on social media is a career. It is not. It is not. I wish my daughter would have tell me say she not go to college. She have to come out tomorrow morning. She have to leave my place tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I come up my bed and now I have to jump up earlier morning. I have to jump up earlier morning because social media not pay my bills them. Social media is not my career, people, so I am pleased to look for a prayer tomorrow. Oh, yes, man. Me gonna make somebody send it. Come give me on WhatsApp. We pray against disgrace. Everybody love that prayer. Lord. I joined this super late. That's okay. The development scribbler, come over the other channel. Subscribe over there too. We have these chats regularly, Sometimes I call in, a guest or two, or sometimes you will hear the moderator call and some of our friends over here call in and talk to on different topics and stuff. And it's good to have a dialogue, So bless upon yourself. And if you're only on this channel and you're seeing content once a week, once in a while, just know say you don't depend on the other channel, right? Because we keep the conversation going over here. And anytime them give me the news and break the news, I give it to you. Remember, we not deal with foolish news over here, so. Only get the hot news and the hot content them over here. So, we will talk again, guys. It's nice talking to you. Take care of yourselves and we'll catch up. Have yourself a good night.
It is a joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey, move out my way.
No way we could ever support this guy to be in such an important role. And so if it takes speaking at a Democratic convention to beat him, to get my party back, to get my country back, then so be it. That's what I'm willing to do.
Mr. Prime Minister, I want to warmly welcome you again. It has been not since 1995 that a Prime Minister of Jamaica has visited the White House. And so President Joe Biden and I are very honored and very excited about your presence here today to reaffirm the strength of the relationship between the United States and Jamaica and the Caribbean as a whole, but also on this, the 60th anniversary, not only of Jamaica's independence, but of the diplomatic relationship between Jamaica and the United States. As I told the Prime Minister privately, and I will say it again publicly, this is a very important relationship to the United States. We take very seriously our membership in the Western Hemisphere, and we are acutely aware of the interconnection and interdependence between the United States and Jamaica. As a point of personal privilege, I grew up going to Jamaica. My family, half of my family is from St. Ann Parish in Jamaica, and I know I share that history with millions of Americans who have their roots through the generations in Jamaica.
Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Jamaica land, we